All right, hello guys. If you have to do this homework, it's because there was a few things that you guys missed. So I want to make sure I'm giving you that extra help so that you can understand it. All right, so let's get started. It says which number in a set of 6, 12, 18, or 36 satisfies the equation? We know it's an equation because it has an equal sign. So we know the equation, which is 3x minus 9 equals 27. What else do we know? We also know is that in the set of numbers 6, 12, 18, and 36, we know that if one of these are substituted with x, it will give the answer of 27. So we need to find which number in the set is correct. Using the order of operations. So I'm going to write the order of operations here. GEMDAS. Right? So you got groupings, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. There are 4 choices, so I want to show my work. I want to organize my work. I know A, B, C, and D. So basically is we need to rewrite this equation 3 different times and substitute the values. So A is 3x minus 9 equals 27. For A, I'm substituting x equals 6. For B, x equals 12. For C, x equals 18. And for D, x equals 36. So x is substituted for 6 minus 9 equals 27. Based on GEMDAS, I want to multiply before I subtract. So 3 times 6 is 18. And 18 minus 9 is 9. Bring everything down to see if the equations line up. And since 9 is not equivalent to 27, it is incorrect. Then we go to B. We know A is incorrect, so we cross that out. Rewrite the equation, 3x minus 9 equals 27. X is substituted with 12. Based on order of operation, multiplication comes before subtraction. 3 times 12 is 36. And 36 minus 9 is 27. Thus, 27 is equivalent to 27. Since I know my answer, I'm going to go ahead and put it, and I'm going to move forward. Since we're on the time crunch, if it says select all, then you can double check them all. Sometimes, I know that if X is 18, my answer is not going to be the same. And if X is 36, my answer is definitely not going to be the same. So I can just keep moving. Okay. The next problem, cirrus clouds form at a height of more than 6,000 meters above Earth, which inequality represents h, the height in meters of cirrus clouds. So what do we know? We know that h is height of cirrus clouds. We also know that h is more than 6,000. So if I want to if I was creating an inequality for more, we know that H is more than 6,000. So if I was graphing it, I would ask myself, is it going to be 6,000, 5,000, or 7,000? And since H is more than 6,000, it won't be 5,000. It would be anywhere between 6,000, bigger than 6,000 and 7,000. So then I want to go to my answer choices. This says 6,000 is greater than H, and it's not greater than H, so that is incorrect. This says 6,000 is greater than or equal to H, which is not correct. This says H is greater than 6,000. I'm gonna put a squiggly line. And this says H is greater than or equal to 6,000. Well, because it said more than 6,000, 6,000 is not a part of the set. And if I was to graph it, it'll be an open circle with an arrow to the right, which means that 6,000 is not a part of the set, which is why it's not greater than or equal to H. My answer is C, 6,000 is less than H. So the answer is C here. Remember to pause it if you have any questions. Let's go to the next problem. Okay, it says the variable X represents a value in a set of 4, 6, 7, and 8. Which value makes two groups of X minus 4 plus 3 equals 7 a true statement? So we know that the equation is two groups of X minus 4 plus 3. And we're trying to find which number in the set of 4, 6, 7, and 8 would make the equation equal 7. In order to do that, we have to use substitution. And like I did before, we split it, right? A, B, C, and D. And A, X equals 4, and B, X equals 6, and C, X equals 7, and in D, X equals 8. Because X is being substituted, I know in my equation it's only going to be one answer choice. So I want to rewrite my equation. Two groups of X minus 4 plus 3 equals 7. Two groups, X is substituted with 4. 4 minus 4 plus 3 equals 7. Remember GEMDAS? Based on order of operations, parentheses goes first. Well, groupings go first. And I love that it's groupings because if the 2 is outside of the 4, then you can group the 2 with the 4 minus the 2 with the other 4. So 2 grouped with 2 distributed into 4 is 8, minus 2 distributed into minus 4, which is 8, plus 3. And 8 minus 8 is 0 plus 3. And 0 plus 3 is 3. And 3 is not equivalent to 7. And this one, two groups of X minus 4 plus 3 equals 7. X is 6 plus 3 equals 7. Groupings first, I want to distribute 2 into 6, 2 into 4. 2 times 6 is 12. And 2 times 4 is 8. Plus 3 one quick second before my computer died. All right. 12 minus 8 is 4 plus 3. 7 is equal to 7. Thus, that is correct. I mean, see, some people would look at this and say, oh, the answer is C7. But no, this is saying the equation is equals 7. That's equal, but X is 6. So B is the correct answer. We want to go ahead and move forward since we know it's only going to be one answer. All right, it says which of the given values makes the inequality n minus 93 greater than 175 true? So what this means is whatever n is, when it is subtracted by 93, whatever that answer is, if that is greater than 75, then my answer would be true. So what do I know? I know that n minus 93 greater than 175, we're trying to see what is true. And I need to find, it says select all, which means more than one answer. So, A, B, C, D, E. All right. So in order to determine this, we have to solve it. So n minus 93 is greater than 175. For A, n is 82. For B, n is 105. For C, n is 268. For D, n is 300. And for E, n is 312. So substitute 82 for n. Um, 82 minus 93 is minus 11, and minus 11 is not greater than 175, so that is not correct. Here, n is 105, and minus 93 is greater than 175. N is 105 minus 93. 93, 103. That'll be 12. 12 is not greater than 175, so that is also incorrect. Here it says n minus 93 is greater than 175. 268 minus 93, let's see. 93, 190. 203, 213, 223, 233. So first 175. And 175 is not greater than 175. 175 is equal to 175, so that is incorrect. Right here, it says n is 93 minus 175, n is 300. Well, automatically, I know that D and E would be correct because when n was 268, it was 175. So I know that anything larger than 268 would make the statements true. But let me just show you. 193, 293. Rule 7 is greater than 175. So B is correct. And as you know, it's going to be even greater. So you know E is going to be correct. The answers, the choices are D and E. Remember, go ahead and pause if you need any help. Says let X represent any number in a set of even integers greater than 1. Which inequality is true for all values of X? So I know that it's an even integer. And Ms. Cook, an integer is like a whole number?
It's all whole numbers and they're opposite. So it doesn't have any fractions or decimals, but it's all whole numbers from 0 to infinity and they're opposite.
Oh, so like even integers would be like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we know even integers, but it said greater than 1, so we would start at 2. I'm glad you said that it's their opposites, but because it said greater than 2, that tells me that it would not be the opposites because that there are no negatives greater than 1. So these are even numbers greater than 2. So you want to plug it in. So A says X is less than 0. Well, if X is 2, 2 is not less than 0. So we know A is not an option. B, it says X is greater than 0. Well, when X is 2, it is greater than 0, so that is correct. Let's look at C. X is less than 4. Well, see, a lot of people would say, well, if X is 2, yes, that is less than 4. But however, this said any number. Let's try another thing. X is less than 4. What about if X is 10? 10 is an even integer greater than 1, but 10 is not less than 4, and that is why C is also incorrect. I hope you understand that part. Rewind that if you're confused. And D, X is greater than 4. So like I messed that up. So like right here it says X is less than 4. That is true. Y'all did that right. Yes, that is true when 2 is less than 4. However, when X is 10, it's not greater than 4. Same thing with here. When X is 2, 2 is not greater than 4. So the only answer choice is B. Is it time? Is it 8:50 or 8:55? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Money, let's go.
All right.
Adding on to these.
So that's all the time I have. Love you, kids. um, bye, guys. Complete this video. Have a good day. Actually, could I, Miss Cook, I could just pause this, right?
Yeah.
And then I can just come back to it.